Hello friends, I welcome you in lecture number 13 on random variables. In today's lecture we are going to discuss about mean and variance of a continuous random variable. We have defined mean and variance for a discrete random variable. So if we recall, for a discrete random variable, suppose x is a discrete random variable, then the expected value of x is defined as sigma x into value of probability mass function at point x. So if we recall, if x is a discrete random variable, then mean or expected value of x is defined as summation x into px for all possible values of x. This px is nothing but probability mass function if x is a discrete random variable. So the definition for continuous random variable is analogous to this definition. What we have to do is we will simply replace this summation by integrals, and probability mass function will be replaced by probability density function. Okay, so instead of sigma we will write integral, and instead of probability mass function we will consider probability density function. So integral of x into fx with respect to x, and we will consider integral from minus infinity to infinity to include all possible values. Here x is the value of random variable, x is the value in the range of random variable. So here we consider minus infinity to infinity to include all possible values in the range of a continuous random variable. So the definitions of mean and variance are same for continuous random variable also. We have to just replace summations by integrals and value of PMF by value of probability density function. So let us define expected value or mean of a continuous random variable. So suppose x is a continuous random variable whose probability density function is f of x. Then expected value of x is denoted by these different notations, e of x or mu suffix x or simply mu, and is defined as mu suffix x equal to integral of x into fx with respect to x from minus infinity to infinity. Okay, so as I discussed, you can compare this with the definition for discrete random variable. For discrete random variable we are writing summation x into px. So here summation is replaced by integral, and probability density function works in place of probability mass function. So the definition is simple. Using this integral you can find out the expected value of a continuous random variable. So we consider one example. Suppose the random variable x has PDF given by fx equal to 2x if x lies between 0 and 1 and otherwise 0. So if x is outside closed interval 0 1, value of PDF is 0. So using this definition we can find out the mean or expected value of this random variable capital X. So by definition expected value of x is integral from minus infinity to infinity x into fx dx. Now here PDF is non-zero only if x is in between 0 and 1. Okay, so this we can write as minus infinity to 0 plus 0 to 1 plus 1 to infinity. But if x is outside close interval 0 1, then fx is 0. So in these two parts value of PDF is 0. So they will vanish, and we are left with integral from 0 to 1 x into fx dx. And in 0 to 1, if x is in between 0 and 1, value of fx is 2x. So we put fx equal to 2x here, and this is 2x square, and if we integrate we obtain 2x cube by 3. X runs from 0 to 1. So for x equal to 1 it is 2 by 3 minus lower limit is x equal to 0. So the mean of given continuous random variable is 2 by 3. So sometimes this mean of a random variable is also known as population mean. When our probability density function specifies a model for the distribution of values in a numerical population, then this mean mu is the population mean, which is the most frequently used measure of population center, or it is a measure of central tendency. So sometimes it is known as population mean also. Now we have made this remark for discrete random variable also. If g is any real valued function, then expected value of g of x is given by minus infinity to infinity gx into fx dx. Okay, if you recall, for discrete random variable we have defined this. For discrete random variable the definition was summation gx into fx. So here summation is replaced by integral. We have made this remark for discrete random variable. It was sigma gx into px. This was the definition for expected value of function of a discrete random variable. Expected value of g of x. So here also same definition is there. The only difference is we have to replace summation by integral. So if x is continuous random variable with probability density function fx, then for any real valued function g, we can find out expected value of g of x by integral of gx into fx with respect to x from minus infinity to infinity. So we consider one example which explains this remark also. So suppose the probability density function of a continuous random variable x is given by fx equal to 1 if x lies in closed interval 0 1, otherwise it is 0. And here we have to find expected value of e raised to x. So the function under consideration is exponential function. So we take gx equal to e raised to x, and in this formula we put gx equal to e raised to x. So before that we observe that PDF is non-zero only if x is in between 0 and 1 and it is 0 otherwise. So instead of minus infinity to infinity we will write integral from 0 to 1 fx dx, because outside this interval 0 to 1 fx is 0. Now in 0 and 1, 0 to 1 value of function is 1. So we put fx equal to 1 and gx is e raised to x, and integral of e raised to x is e raised to x. And if we put limits, we obtain expected value of e raised to x equal to e raised to 1, that is e, minus e raised to 0, okay, that is 1. This is e to the power 1 minus e to the power 0. So expected value of function of x is e minus 1. Similarly, we can generalize the definition of variance for continuous random variable. Definition is same for discrete random variable. The definition for variance for discrete random variable is variance of x equal to expected value of square of deviations of x from mean, that is expected value of x minus mu square, where mu is nothing but mean of a random variable x. So here also we have the same definition, but instead of summations we will replace summations by integrals. So the variance of a continuous random variable x with probability density function fx and mean mu is denoted by these different notations. sigma square sigma, and is defined as variance of x equal to expected value of x minus mu square. Okay, this is the same definition for discrete random variable also. Now for expected value of continuous random variable, we are using integral. So this is equal to integral of x minus mu square into fx with respect to x. And for discrete random variable, we are writing summation x minus mu square into p of x, value of probability mass function. So this definition is same. For discrete random variable, we are considering summation x minus mu square into probability mass function. For continuous random variable, we consider integral of x minus mu square into value of PDF. So, and the standard deviation is defined as square root of variance of x. So this is also the same definition for discrete as well as continuous random variable. And these two measures, variance and standard deviation, are the measures of spreadness in the distribution. Using these measures, variance or standard deviation, we can decide that there is what is the amount of spreadness or scatteredness in the distribution. This is the shortcut formula for variance. It is also same for discrete random variable as well as continuous random variable. So variance of x is expected value of x square minus square of mean of a random variable, or we can write as expected value of x square minus square of expected value of x. So this formula also same for discrete as well as continuous random variable. The only difference is for continuous random variable we will use integrals. For discrete random variables we will use summations. So we take one example for this variance. Let capital X denote the amount of space occupied by an article placed in a 1 feet cube packing container. So here random variable X is the amount of space occupied by an article. So it is a continuous random variable. The probability density function of this random variable is given by 90 into x raised to 8 into 1 minus x if x is in open interval 0 to 1, otherwise it is 0. So we are asked to find out expected value of x and sigma, that is mean and standard deviation of x. So we go by definition. Expected value of x is integral from minus infinity to infinity x into fx dx. Now here PDF is non-zero only if x is in between 0 and 1, otherwise it is 0. So this we can rewrite as integral from 0 to 1, and we put value of fx here. If x is in between 0 and 1, fx is 90 x raised to 8 into 1 minus x. And this we can rewrite as 90 can be taken outside, constant, and this is x raised to 9 minus x raised to 10 dx. So integral of x raised to 9 is x raised to 10 by 10 minus x raised to 11 by 11. This is simple integral. And if we put x equal to 1, we obtain 1 by 10 minus 1 by 11, lower limit is 0. So if we simplify this, we obtain expected value or mean of x is 9 by 11, or we can convert in fractions also, 0.8182. Now to find variance we use shortcut formula. We want to use this formula. Expected value of x square minus square of mean. So first we find expected value of x square. So expected value of x square is x square into fx dx. Here we are using that formula. Expected value of function of random variable is nothing but minus infinity to infinity gx into fx dx. So using this formula we are writing this. Here g of x is x square. Okay, so expected value of x square is x square into fx dx. Okay, so we are using this formula here. Now again fx is non-zero only if x lies in 0 and 1. So this is the integral from 0 to 1. This x square as it is, and we put value of fx here 90 x raised to 8 1 minus x. Okay, and if you simplify this, it is x raised to 10 minus x raised to 11, and integral is x raised to 11 by 11 minus x raised to 12 by 12. And putting limits we obtain 1 by 11 minus 1 by 12. So expected value of x square is finally 30 divided by 44, and mean mu was, the mean obtained is 9 by 11. So using these two we will find out the variance. So the shortcut formula for variance is expected value of x square minus square of mean. So expected value of x square is 30 divided by 44. Mean is 9 by 11. So square of 9 by 11. And if we simplify all this, we obtain variance equal to 3 divided by 242. And standard deviation is nothing but square root of variance. So it is square root of 3 divided by 242. And finally we obtain standard deviation is 0.1113. Okay, so in this way we can find out mean and variance of a continuous random variable. Also we have made one remark in case of discrete random variable, which is also true in case of continuous random variable. So suppose x is a continuous random variable and a and b are any constants, then we have shown that expected value of a random variable is linear function. That means expected value of ax plus b is a into expected value of x plus b. This we have done for discrete random variable. So it is also true for continuous random variable also. And similarly variance is not a linear function. So this result is also true for discrete as well as continuous random variable. We have discussed both the results for discrete random variable, and they are also true for continuous random variable. So variance of ax plus b is a square into variance of x. So variance is not linear, and expected value of a random variable is a linear function. So using these two remarks we can find out variance of this type of functions. Suppose I want to find out variance of 3x plus 2, then using this formula, if I compare with ax plus b, a is 3. So I will write 3 square into variance of x, which is 9 times variance of x. Okay, so these remarks are useful to find out variance of this type of linear functions. Okay, we first find out variance of x, and then we multiply that variance by 9. So this is all about today's lecture. The only thing we have to remember is, for discrete random variable, mean is sigma x into px. For continuous random variable, mean is integral x into fx. Okay, so integrals are replaced by summations. Integral from minus infinity to infinity. Similarly, variance is sigma x minus mu square into value of PMF. Here also integral from minus infinity to infinity x minus mu square into value of PDF at point x. Okay, and this both are equal to expected value of x minus mu square. Okay, here we are using integrals. For discrete we are using summations. Okay, so I hope you like this lecture. Thank you very much.